All right, let's get into something pretty cool. When you hear the word laminate, your mind probably goes straight to flooring, right? Beautiful, durable floors. But what if I told you the latest design trend takes that exact same material and, well, flips it on its side? We're talking about taking laminate completely off the floor and putting it right up on your walls.
Yeah, I know. It sounds a little out there. You might be picturing some kind of DIY disaster waiting to happen. But seriously, it's a real question that homeowners and designers are exploring. Can you actually use flooring to totally transform a wall?
And that quote really nails the spirit of this whole idea, doesn't it? It's all about bending the rules of traditional design to create something that's really unique, really you. This isn't just about covering a wall, it's about making a statement. So, what's the verdict? Is this a brilliant design hack or just a huge mistake waiting to happen? Let's not waste any time and get right to the answer. The short answer is a big, enthusiastic yes. You absolutely can install laminate on your walls. And when you do it the right way, the result is wow, it's stunning. It adds this warmth and texture that you just can't get from a can of paint. But of course, it's not quite that simple. Like with any great DIY project, the devil's in the details. There are some really important things you've got to know before you start slapping adhesive on your living room wall. And this is where it gets interesting. Okay, so here's the crucial point. Gravity is working against you here. Most laminate flooring is heavy. It's designed to lay flat and use its own weight to stay put. For a wall, you need the opposite. You need planks that are thinner, lighter, and, this is key, that the manufacturer actually says are okay for vertical use. It's not just about looks, it's about making sure that adhesive can do its job for the long haul. This is, without a doubt, the #1 rule for success. And that image really sticks with you, right? Because the risk is totally real. Just imagine putting in all that effort, standing back to admire your work, only to watch it start to peel or sag over time. It's a DIY nightmare. And it all comes down to picking the wrong material. So if there's a catch, why bother? Why are so many people jumping on this trend? Well, it turns out the benefits are pretty incredible and make this project totally worth considering. What's so great about it is how it blends style with pure practicality. You get that high-end look of real wood or stone, but with the toughness to handle everyday life. I mean, it's scratch-resistant and super easy to just wipe clean. It adds so much character to a room, creating a focal point that looks totally custom. But for a lot of us, the best part, it has to be the price tag. Just look at that. We're talking somewhere between $1 and $4 per square foot. When you compare that to traditional wood paneling or stone, which can cost an absolute fortune, laminate gives you that same wow factor for a tiny fraction of the cost. It's a designer look on a DIY budget. All right, so you're sold. You love the look, you love the price, and you're thinking, I can do this. So how do you actually pull it off? Let's walk through the key steps to make sure your project is a massive success. First things first, you gotta pick the right materials. Remember, thinner is your friend. Aim for 8 mm or less to keep the weight down. A click lock system is gonna make your life so much easier when fitting the planks together. And here's a pro tip. Stay away from laminate that has the underlayment foam already attached. That foam gets in the way of the adhesive and you won't get a strong bond to the wall. And seriously, always check the box or the manufacturer's guide. If they don't approve it for walls, you could void your warranty. Next up, let's get your tools together. Good prep is half the job, right? So you'll need your lightweight planks, obviously, but do not, I repeat, do not cheap out on the construction adhesive. That's literally what's holding everything up. A level is non-negotiable if you want straight lines, and you'll definitely need to saw for those tricky cuts around outlets and corners. Okay, here's your game plan. Start with a clean, smooth wall, and find your studs for some extra security. Then apply a good quality adhesive in a zigzag pattern, and start mounting your planks from the bottom of the wall and work your way up. That way, gravity is actually helping you for once. Keep that level handy as you go, and once everything is up, give that adhesive a full 24 hours to cure before you add the finishing trim for that perfect professional look. Now, as much as we're loving this idea, laminate just isn't right for every wall in your house. Knowing where to put it is important, but knowing where not to put it is crucial. So let's talk about the absolute no-go zones. So your safe zones are pretty much any dry, stable area, like living rooms, bedrooms, and home offices. The places to avoid? Anywhere with high humidity or direct moisture. That means bathrooms and laundry rooms are a definite no. Kitchen backsplashes are also a bad idea because of the heat and splashes. And you'll also want to steer clear of walls that are super uneven or get blasted with direct sunlight all day, which can cause fading or warping. If you remember one thing from this section, make it this. Water is the ultimate villain for a laminate wall. Even the stuff that's labeled water resistant can swell, warp, and fall apart if it's always exposed to steam and moisture. You just gotta stick to the dry spaces, and your wall will look amazing for years. Okay, enough with the rules and warnings. Let's get back to the fun part, the inspiration. How can you actually use this technique to make your home look incredible? Think bigger than just one plain wall. You could create an amazing feature wall behind your TV that hides all the cords and adds awesome texture. Or what about a floor-to-ceiling headboard in the bedroom? It gives you this super chic boutique hotel vibe. It's also perfect for a professional-looking backdrop for all those video calls from your home office. Or you could use it as stylish, super durable wainscoting in a busy hallway. The possibilities, they're pretty much endless. So when you get right down to it, putting laminate on walls is all about thinking differently. It's proof that amazing design doesn't have to be crazy expensive or super complicated. All it takes is a little creativity and doing your homework first. Your walls are basically a blank canvas. The only question left is, what are you going to create?